Denver 7 On Demand is brought to you by Ferguson and BAC Appliance Center, the best in bath, kitchen, and lighting for your home.
These 13 faces permanently etched into our memories. Their lives cut short April 20th, 1999, but their legacy still lives on 20 years later. Good evening, I'm Tom Mustin.
And I'm Jacqueline Allen. Thank you for joining us. Saturday's remembrance ceremony attended by hundreds, listening to stories from survivors, and Denver 7's Lance Hernandez listened with them about the message they have 2 decades in the making.
A somber day at the Columbine Memorial. Jody Forbes remembers being in this park 20 years ago, the day after the tragedy. She hugged one of the students.
He was like a football player, and he held me and cried for what it seemed like forever. And it was beautiful because it didn't matter. We just held each other.
Claudia Guzman brought flowers. She placed one in front of a panel with a message that struck her to the core. It says the hardest part to understand was kids killing kids.
It's so true, because even though, you know, the perpetrators, even though they were 18, they were still young. They were still children.
The remembrance ceremony began at 3.
Hope is, in my opinion, the most powerful force in the human experience.
School Board President Ron Mitchell mentioned the strength and resilience of the Columbine community.
Thank you for showing all of us how the strength of the human spirit triumphs over the forces of evil.
Attendees heard from survivor Sean Graves. He was shot 6 times and today thanked first responders.
It's because of you that somebody like me survived that day.
There was a video message from former President Bill Clinton, who honored the victims.
The greatest tribute we can pay them is to live our own lives in a way that redeems the years they didn't have. I wish you well.
Today we make a recommitment to make the world to be a more accepting and loving place, a world that provides bright futures for our children, grandchildren, nieces, and nephews.
A solemn end to the ceremony.
Matt, Hector.
As the name of each victim was read, a white dove released into the air.
Daniel Mauser.
In tribute to those lost 20 years ago. Lance Hernandez, Denver 7.
And today's event was put on by the Columbine Memorial Foundation, which is funded entirely through private donations. If you'd like to contribute to the foundation, we have a link at thedenverchannel.com.
And today is a tough day for many of us reliving what happened, but just know there is help available. The Colorado Crisis Services phone line is open 24/7. You can call them at the number on your screen or text TALK to 38255. And remember, you're not alone, and you can call this number at any time. And here is a live look right now at your Denver skyline on a beautiful Saturday night. It's also a First Alert Action Day with some weather that might change your Easter Sunday plans.
Let's check in out with meteorologist Stacey Donaldson, tracking some April showers heading our way. Stace?
Absolutely. Quite a change from what we saw today. Afternoon highs in the 80s. Tonight, overnight lows will be in the 40s with mostly cloudy skies, and there is a cold front coming through. So that will lead to more clouds tomorrow morning. If you're headed to the sunrise service, there is a slight chance for rain in the morning, but it looks like temperatures will be pretty mild. 50 degrees at sunrise, and we'll have afternoon rain. So you might want to change your plans. If you have anything outdoors, make them for the morning versus in the afternoon, because that's when we're expecting those scattered showers to show up after 3 o'clock in the afternoon, lasting until about midnight. But the early morning we'll have cloudy skies with temperatures mostly in the 50s. Our highs for tomorrow in the mid 60s. So a cool down as compared to what we had today, with those highs in the low 80s here for the Front Range. So a big change coming this direction thanks to that cold front moving on in. So our futurecast tomorrow at 9:30, we start to see a few scattered showers develop to the west and to the south, and then we start to see it overtake the area as we get into the afternoon and evening hours. And here on the futurecast, looks like we'll have some spotty showers throughout the entire metro area and the eastern plains as we go in through the evening hours. So our 7-day forecast keeping us in the 60s tomorrow, even cooler on Monday with more scattered thunderstorms on the way. 60 degrees by Tuesday with overnight lows in the 30s. And then as we go into the end of the week, we'll have temperatures warming back up into the 70s, even 79 by next Saturday.
All right, thanks, Stacey. Saturday's heat helped fuel 2 brush fires in different parts of the state, one near Brighton, one near Silverthorne. Summit Fire is calling its half-acre fire near the Angler Mountain Trailhead today the first wildfire of the season. Meanwhile, the fire in Brighton was a controlled burn that got out of control because of high winds. Firefighters were quickly able to get it back under control.
Louisville police need your help in finding this man. 27-year-old Dominic Rivera is accused of assaulting a woman and then hitting a man with a car. Police say it happened just after midnight Saturday morning near the Louisville Sports Complex. They say Rivera fled in the car, which he then lit on fire and left in Erie. The man he hit is in the hospital with serious injuries. Rivera has a large tattoo on the left side of his neck and is considered armed and dangerous. If you see him, call police. It was a little hazy over Civic Center Park Saturday, and it wasn't because of any fog.
That cloud you saw was marijuana smoke from the annual 420 festival rising from the crowd as they celebrated at the stroke of 4:20 p.m. People came from all over the country just to celebrate getting high in the Mile High City. Denver police said today's events were relatively calm. They only made 7 arrests. They issued about 30 citations.
Welcome to Denver 7 Sports. Time for me to keep it real. The Nuggets stink in San Antonio. 14 straight losses, and they couldn't afford any more. It would jeopardize their playoff run. Time to spray Febreze on this series, boys. Looking to knot the series and regain home court advantage? The Nuggets came out desperate and flatter than Stanley. What's going on? They were going to be motivated, but they were. They turned it around in the second quarter. Jokic, the and one. All he did was mess around and nearly get a triple-double. Look at that sweet pass to Jokic. Bulls his way in. That's what they need. Aggressive play at the rim. And it only continued. Jamal Murray emerges from witness relocation. Look at him. Nails the jumper. Where you been, Jamal? They needed it. That was 2 of his 24. He got hot. Backdoor slam. Murray flexes. His moment so far of the postseason. This is what the Nuggets have been looking for. And an unlikely star tonight, Torrey Craig, drains a 3 of his 18. The Spurs lost the game and lost their composure. DeMar DeRozan, disputed call. He's upset. He throws the ball at the ref. He gets tossed. So now the Nuggets take control of this series. They come back home looking to go ahead 3-2. But what a night for Denver.
I saw confidence. That's what I saw. I saw a young team that was not thinking about 2012. Because if you think about the last 7 years, that's going to overwhelm you. We're living in the present. We're living today, game number 4. And that's all we worried about. And, we've been close. We know we didn't show up the way we needed to show up in game 3. And our guys answered.
We're all learning on the fly. But, I think resiliency is a good way to describe our team right now. We always have faith in each other. We believe in each other, and we continue to show that on a nightly basis. So we bounce back after game 3 and have good momentum going home.
Well, in case you missed it, the Avs, they're kind of a big deal. And an even better story, they're the underdog. They're the Mutts. Feel their noses. They're cold. This is an easy team to root for, and fans, man, they screamed themselves hoarse last night. What a game. The Avs returned to the Saddle Dome looking to clinch their first playoff series since 2008 when Joe Sakic was playing. Yes, and Desperate Housewives were on our network. Yes, it's been a bit. But 24 hours later, the buzz hasn't worn off, and I'm telling you, it has nothing to do with the 420 Festival. The Avs are riding the wave because they earned it. Look at these. They outplayed them. They outhit them. They outscored them. They earned this win, and when they gave Calgary a little hope, Nathan McKinnon and Grubauer took the Flames' dreams in the palm of their hands, and they crushed them. So the Avs are moving on, where they will face the winner of the Vegas Knights and San Jose Sharks, but don't think for a second this Avs team is satisfied.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, no one picked us to win this series, and I've never won a round before in the NHL. It's been a long time, so it's exciting the way we did it. We get a little rest now, and it was a great group, and we're excited to see how far we can go.
The whole point of being in the playoffs is to win the rounds, right? And we obviously got the job done. So it's great. It's a great team that we beat, and we stepped up, really elevated our game. Everyone did, and we're going to have to do it again for a couple more rounds now, hopefully. So obviously enjoy it and then get back to work.
We're all happy. Don't get me wrong. We're happy, but it's one round, and you have to win 4, and that's our mindset. We're not getting satisfied, and that's not our team's mindset this year.
Well, Avs are peaking, aren't they?
They are. Go Avs. All right, this has been your Denver 7 On Demand update. Thank you for joining us.
Check back here later for another update and download the Denver 7 app for breaking news and alerts.
I'm Jacqueline Allen.
And I'm Tom Mustin. Have a great day.